Agriculture in Ghana, we must first transform the mindset of the youth. And when young Ghanaian youth see farming as a business and a science rather than a struggle for survival, they will be driving force behind the whole agri-system. And so we'll try as much as possible to bring down the vocabularies, the big terminologies, so that you can get it clear and understand it very well. Once again, maize production. Without much ado, with a round of applause, help me welcome Dr. Professor Irene Idri. Professor Irene.
So students, you don't sing it again. Say ye be atwaso, nimdin traso, kroton krani, ne apase minkuminya, ediem bremudem mayan yi seri you, eyesena hose, omanfo bra netre, and bra no otre. So this topic I gave to my incoming youth should be part, because we were training them, giving them mathematical skills, giving them scientific knowledge, giving them engineering skills. When I came to the university in '87, I had done physics, chemistry, biology. So I was a science student. Then that agriculture taught me math more, engineering more crop science, soil science, animal science, you get me? So the young people that are being trained from basic to secondary to tertiary, those of us who went to mainstream training, and those still in that age, I am saying, engaging in agriculture is not something strange to them. Because those of us who are almost 60 have children whom we helped to do assignments. You get me? That suggested that today, in the primary schools, in the secondary schools, somebody is talking about agriculture. How they are talking about it, maybe we have explored involving ourselves in agriculture, and that is what I want to talk about some more. Please, does this work? Otherwise, you want to change for me? Otherwise, you want to change for me? Yes, so I've mentioned that because we have the environment to get the agriculture going, indeed, young person is who? That person who may have a lot of limitations when it comes to mobilizing resources to invest. But what I'm saying is that the diversity is ensuring that we can produce for home, produce for the market, not only in Ghana, but also for export. So there is potential, and the youth, the young people who are learning, get your plastic, get some names, put them there. I am telling you, whether it's coming from South Korea or from Canada, within a week, it can be shipped here. So there is nothing like it is not available on the market. 20 years ago, we learned about global markets. 2024, it is here. We know it is here. So the technology that young people are probably not taking advantage of, we want to talk about it. I don't like statistics too much, but it is in there. What is showing is that there are too few of our young people who are taking advantage of these opportunities. Wow. As an adult, or other adults, or even financial institutions that are organized to give funding for one reason or the other. So that we all know very well, and therefore that statistics shows those who want to soil their hands, not only with their energies, but also with machinery, who said, I'm a chief, that land I've sold to this person, but because you have to come and reoccupy, you have to pay me a certain fee. Okay, Momo, it goes. Then, who is this owner? Check is given. Where is the indenture? Drawings, service, everything is done. I own the 3-acre farm. Woman, no barrier. I have money, I am a professor, so maybe my status enhances, enables, see, you get me? But there are so many young men and women who can even inherit, but just because of their age or their sex, they are not able to do that. So that is also a problem. Then the training. We train at the university level. There are so many others training at college level. They are training at institutional level. In the University of Ghana, we have a farm institute. Once you can read and write, we don't ask whether you have JHS or SHS. You come in for free. Every year, we take 100 people, free food, free lodging, and we give you agricultural entrepreneurship training. But it's not enough. It is not enough. The Ghana has Extension Services Directorate, free at the district level. How are they facilitated logistically? Free information on any aspect of agriculture. Some do not know. Even some adults do not know that there is free facility. So because they don't venture, they also do not get enough of the training. And that is why we have that kind of statistic. So these have come in the 20s. These have come in the 20s. Drone, satellite, mobile apps, they say we should promote it. Actually, I'm happy that Cosmos is here. I'm a faculty advisor of Cosmos Innovation Center. In the last 3 years, that's what we are doing, Agri-Tech Challenges. Next week, I'm going to UCC to throw a lot of young people under 35 are coming there to give us what they can do. But investing in this, again, you need a partnership with those who will give the investment capital. No doubt about it. So not enough to mention that these exist. And I'm saying that they are in Ghana. They are business support agencies that are actually helping even people. A long time ago, I know of the youth in small micro enterprises, small farms, commercial, non-commercial, and there are so many packages. The 2.0 is supposed to link aggregators to farmers so that technology will go, markets will be better, and Cosmos Innovation Center, as I've said, is all over about 14 tertiary educational institutions pushing psychologists, medical officers, whoever who is interested in building capacity to improve themselves and have agriculture as a primary or secondary career. We don't say it should necessarily be primary. I have 3 things that I do to bring me income all the time. Agribusiness is one of them. But my main thing is agri-teaching, right? And so anybody, everybody can be in that space and make money. When you do the agriculture, it assures the security that we need in terms of food. Food should be here for nourishment. Food is also here because we can't make money all the time from it. So food security It's one of the reasons why you and I should encourage our young people to be in the space, engaging in production, processing, or services. There is opportunity. Then it also ensures that even people who we say are underserved, disabled, some say do not use disabled, people living with disability, people who are challenged in some way, ear, eye, any of the body's parts, we see and we know it can work when we target them well and give them the facilitating instruments. Yesterday, MasterCard has given our university, agriculture and public health, to do something to bring on board the differently abled or the underserved to also engage in agriculture at different levels, especially at PhD levels. Don't leave them out, but you have to facilitate, and investment is needed. You have to target the rural communities with poor infrastructure, poor women, and youth, as we are talking about. So that is the inclusion that we ensure when we are serious with ourselves. So, where is the action? Can you help me with my last but one slide? Okay, so the action has been doing something. We say the impact is probably not felt. That's why the numbers are still low. So we call on government again in terms of local government, national. You come in with laws, you come in with legislation, you back it with infrastructure. Government, that's what you want to do. Infrastructure called what? Irrigation, roads, energy. These are for government to do, not for me to do. My loom, I drive nicely, I get to my farm, beautiful. I do everything. I have network, I have everything that I need. It facilitates and it lets me stay in the mango business. Otherwise, I am backing out. Private sector, I belong to also what platform we call the Chamber for Agribusiness Ghana. So many people, engineers, lawyers, the minister himself is on that platform. We push, we speak, and you see that a number of people are doing something. But a number of them are discouraged as well. The macro economy should be fixed so that the private sector can be enabled to do more, invest in the agri-tech we are talking about, and help the youth. Educational institutions. We need more facilities for my college, for my school, for Ohio, for secondary schools that are pushing agriculture, so that when the people, called young people, hear agriculture, they see something. So we hear something, you see something, you feel something, then you are encouraged to sustain yourself in that space. So youth, embrace agricultural, innovative career path. As I have said, primary, secondary, or tertiary. And that is what I believe can get us going all the time. Thank you very much for your attention.
Please a round of applause for Professor Aaron Edzri. That was a very insightful presentation. Trust me, these informations are what we need in our current dispensation, considering the various challenges that we experience in our agricultural sector. So once again, let's give it to her. A round of applause for her, please. It's so refreshing when professors speak. They carry wealth of knowledge, provided consultancy across board. So most of the development you see happening in some places or even across the country, they are the knowledge behind it. They have done their research, brought out the facts, done their sampling, and all the conclusions that are needed to advance policy. So if you go to Parliament, whatever most of our parliamentarians may come out and say, the wisdom is because we have amazing professors in Ghana, and thank God we are privileged to have one here with us in the person of Professor Irene Adri. Please a round of applause for her again. Before we listen to our next presentation, I would like to acknowledge the principal of Kwadaso College of Agriculture in the person of Albert Apia Amwako. And I'm sure your students who are here. Kwadaso are here? They are coming. Awesome. So we're all waiting for them. Any school that have not been acknowledged, let me see by hands. What school is that? Come again. Ideal College. Okay, Ideal College. Ideal College. Wonderful. Welcome to the summit. A round of applause for yourselves. And there's another school in yellow. What's the name? Our Lady of Mercies. Our Lady of Mercy. Okay, welcome, Our Lady of Mercy. A round of applause for yourselves. Amazing. I'd like you to all know that you're in a place of transformation. Years back, I was also a student like you, attending conferences, and trust me, there are so many stuff taught in class, but conferences gives you real objective information. So don't joke with this moment to experience, to coordinate, to connect with great leaders in this nation. So the students here, open your ears, make your notes, and when you go back, discuss it in your classrooms. Now, very important is another presentation, which is going to be on the topic, raising the next generation of food champions through Africa for Africans. Raising the next generation of food champions through Africa for Africans. And we are privileged to have one amazing gentleman, Dr. Tony Luck, who is the founder for apologies. Dr. Tony Susan Luck, amazing, beautiful, and gorgeous. She's founder of the Africa Legacy Fund in South Africa. Dr. Tony Luck is a seasoned strategist in politics and international economic and business development. Her special interest lies in the full and equitable development of Africa. As a global transformation strategist and thought leader with a footprint across the African continent, with favorable access to the African Union, the African Development Bank, African Business Roundtable, and Corporate Council on Africa, to name just a few, Dr. Luck has developed a lasting relationship in both the public and private sector. She's done so many stuff, but I'd like to touch on just a few. She's the co-founder of Diaspora African Forum, with headquarters at the historic Du Bois Center in Africa, Ghana. The DAF has the only internationally recognized diplomatic mission for the diaspora in the world, headed by Her Excellency Ambassador Erica Bennett, the co-founder and head of missions. For 30 years, Dr. Luck has been involved in assisting in the consideration and development of transportation projects for Africa, and also infrastructure, utility management, curriculum development in emerging nations, and ensure that they have developed sustainable microfinancing strategies for both businesses and entrepreneurs. Dr. Luck has also invented the Lucky Greenhouse, an affordable solar, fully solar, eco-environmentally friendly steel frame house that will frame the foundation of a new living community of Eden Gardens based upon the benefits and advantages of communal, economically based living. She has a huge, enormous profile. And today, for us to have her is no mean feat. And today, which is the Ghana Youth Agriculture Summit, without much ado, help me welcome Dr. Tony Susan Lack.
Good morning. Come on, young people. I came to hang out with you. Good morning. Are you awake? This is such an important day for you. Good morning. So let me just tell you who I am. I'm Bishop Dr. Tony Yvonne Luck. And they read the wrong resume because I am a farmer. I have a 2,000 hectare farm in South Africa where we grow vegetables and we grow industrial hemp. And I have a farm in Israel, and hopefully I'm a Ghanaian citizen with a Ghana card. So hopefully yes, give me a hand, yes. I'm a Ghanaian, yes. And hopefully I'll be able to do some work in Ghana. I came to Ghana in 1996, then went back to Israel, and then went to South Africa and got stuck there for 21 years with my best friend, who was Mama Winnie Mandela. So I'm so happy that my ambassador's here, Grace, to represent our family down in South Africa. All protocols observed. Thank you, ma'am, for getting on a plane. We're so happy to see you. Thank you, Pastor and Professor Irene, and all the wonderful people who have put this together. I could not start my message without recognizing our son, Pastor Evans. Please, let's give him a very serious round of applause. You know, without a vision, the people perish. But without a visionary, there's no vision. And so he has been working on the idea. He's a farmer. He grows cassava, a lot of it. But he has been working on pushing the future of our world. One of our dear friends is now not a minister anymore, Dr. Nkosazana Zuma, created, while she was the head of the Africa Union, Agenda 2063. And while I'm hoping to be here, but just in case, you guys will be here in 2063. And what will you be doing there? What will be your vision? So I have a great task today. You're going to listen to a lot of technical people. I'm glad I don't have to do that in my presentation. I want to talk to you about something just as important. My role is to inspire, push forward the future food champions. And so I want to lay out a little bit of what we are faced with today. Because the word champion is such a critical word, because we're going to need champions. We're going to need superheroes. We're going to need young people who will grow into young men and women who are courageous. Because there is a whole agenda right now that is designed to kill us. Can you hear me? There are GMOs, there are horrible foods being put out, there are horrible water bodies that are being destroyed, there are horrible things that are happening in the food space. And I want you all to know, us elder people, older, I'm 74 years old, I want you people to know that you are our heroes for being here today. This is not just a job to make money. It's not just a job to do something. It's not just food security that we need now. We need food sovereignty. We need to be sovereign
over our food. We need to be sovereign over our land. We need to be sovereign over our soil. And if we don't, we are not going to survive in the next 20 years. Because there's a whole nother program, and I hope you professors and teachers and architects of training your minds, please expose your young people to what's happening in the global arena. Not just in Ghana, not just in Africa, but the global arena agenda is to keep us in slavery, and the biggest place they are doing it is with food. Are you with me? You can say amen. That's why I put Bishop first. I got to have a little Pentecostal thing happening here. So my job for the next 12 minutes, my son gave me 16 minutes, I'm going to try and use 10, is to put you on fire about something that's more important than what's happening to you on the outside. And that's what has to happen to you on the inside. If you do not have a very strong relationship with the Creator, and I'm not talking about religion. I heard my son say it's not religious, and we're Egypt, any government in power, so we're not political. But we must be kingdom-minded, because things are going to come at us that if you don't have a strong foundation in God's relationship with you, you won't make it. Do you hear me? You won't make it. There are forces so serious. So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're mighty through God. Relationship on Saturday or Sunday or Friday. You have to have a relationship with the Creator every day. You have to pray on yourself, if you're parents, on your children, if you have land, on your land, because there are things coming at us that if God is not on your side, you will not make it. You cannot make it. Because this evil is so pervasive. Do you understand? So last night when I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, one of my favorite characters is a man named Nehemiah. He is not a pastor, he's not a bishop, he is the cupbearer for the Persian king, and he's in exile out of Israel. He finds out that the walls of Jerusalem are down, and he wants to fix it. So the walls of Africa are down. The walls of Ghana are down. We're importing food that is not good for us. That's my rice man from Nigeria. That's why I had to honor him. I've been at this a long time. I've been in Africa almost 40 years. There is food coming in that's being designed to hurt us, to not give us nutrition. And I know we like the taste, but remember, we're always, living to eat. But the real deal is we should be eating. Can I get the rest? We should be eating to. So we're living to eat. It tastes good. We want it. We're drinking Coca-Cola with 8 teaspoons of sugar in it. We think that's okay with some white, unnurtured bread. Okay, you might feel full, but you're not healthy. And you won't last the distance. You have to last the distance if we're going to save Africa. And Africa is going to be saved on the soil. Africa is going to be saved on our indigenous knowledge. Africa is going to be saved with you. Technology professor gave us a wonderful presentation. But at this, nothing else will matter. Do you understand? We got lots of Africans with money. Stuff is not getting fixed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got lots of people with minds and energy and stuff. But is Africa getting fixed? Because our spirits, our mind is not in the right place. Seek ye first the kingdom, and everything is added. Seek righteousness. Seek honor. Don't seek a Bentley and a Maserati. I'm just saying, you don't have to clap. I don't care. I'm 74 years old. I don't need applause. I need you to get this. I was hoping I wouldn't be the oldest one in the room, but maybe I am. So I'm going to use senior privileges. Clap for me. So here's Nehemiah. He's a regular guy. He's not a religious person. He's a cupbearer for the king of a foreign country. He's good at his job. He hears that his country is under siege. He asks the king if he could go fix it. He gets where he's going, and of course he meets all the bad guys. He meets all the guys who are trying to stop him. But he says, we will rise up and build. And that's what you young people have to do. You have to rise up and get such a feeling about Ghana, such a love for Ghana, such a love for your country, such a love for your family, that you will not let a foreign person, a foreign thing, take over your country. Why? You understand there's enough for everybody. And while I'm not denigrating climate control, I do want to tell you that God is very smart. 70% of the earth is still underwater. I just want to tell you, after the flood with Noah, God said, them people don't know what to do with stuff, so I'm going to give them a little bit. So he only gave us 30%. 70% of the earth is underwater. So you young people, don't worry, the earth's going to still be here. Even though the grown people are stupid and trying to mess it up, there's going to be some more for you. I want you to have hope, and I want you to have joy, because there's some more for you. But